Today there's a moon in Leo, and we are continuing our journey, our second day of the moon being in Leo. And so yesterday I was sharing with you about self-expression and how that Leo energy can support our ongoing manifestation process that we are working with very intentionally with this current moon cycle. I'm Marina Ormes, and this is the Astro Vibe for Thursday, May 25th. And one of the things that has been going on, in addition to the moon being in Leo, is that the moon, well, of course, the moon entered Leo yesterday. Mars also has recently entered Leo, and Mars is forming a square with Jupiter, an opposition with Pluto. So this is what we call a T-square. A T-square is a planetary alignment that would be the equivalent of, when one planet is setting, one planet is rising at the same time. That's an opposition. They're on opposite sides of the zodiac. And when one planet is setting and one planet is rising, and you have a third planet that is directly overhead, you have a T-square. And that is an opposition with two planets forming a 90-degree square with a third planet. So if you think of the circle of the zodiac going all the way around the Earth, so there's a point, planet might be overhead, a planet could be on the horizon, eastern horizon, western horizon, a planet could be in the sky above the point that is below our feet, right? So if you draw a line down through your feet and into the earth and through the earth to the opposite side of that earth and up into the sky from there, that is what we call in astrology the nadir. And so we might have a planet there as well. And in fact, if we had a planet rising, a planet setting, a planet directly overhead, and a planet at that nadir point all at the same time, we would have what is called a grand cross. So a T-square is like 3 points of a grand cross. Anyway, you don't have to know that. The point is that we've had this T-square energy going on. And as Mars went into Leo, very recently, we've had that T-square get activated. We have had Mars opposing Pluto, Pluto being in very early Aquarius, Mars going into Leo, and then of course with Jupiter in early Taurus, because Jupiter just went into Taurus, a week and a half ago or so. So with that Mars T-square, we have a challenge, we have pressure. So what we tend to think of in astrology as a challenge is exactly the same thing we could think of as an opportunity, right? A challenge is an opportunity. A challenge is an invitation for us to respond. So it is an invitation to change, to recognize something that we haven't been able to see before. It could be an opportunity to shift our consciousness, to shift our way of being, to shift how we're showing up, how we think about things, what we believe, how we respond, all different kinds of things. So with this particular T-square, we have a little bit of pressure showing up in the area of how we express ourselves. So that's also partly why this Leo moon is kind of activating or on that energy with that challenge. And it's aligning with that, or yesterday in particular, it was aligning with that Mars in early Leo and squaring Jupiter. So some intensity, some power struggles, right? Like with Pluto, that is about power, with Mars, that is about action, and can feel very frustrating when things don't go your way. Pluto is about a deeper truth. So really what is being asked of us is for us to shift into what is what is the deeper power here? Like, you know, if we're fighting against or struggling against something that where we feel powerless, what is the real power? What is the invitation? What is the opportunity for us to recognize where that deeper place of power and truth really is? You know, is it so for an example, if you are having a conflict with a coworker, where you see something one way, your coworker sees it a different way, and you just can't get on the same page. That could be an example of a power struggle. What is the deeper truth? Maybe the deeper truth is that you need to shift the way you are relating to each other. Maybe it is that there is a different way for you to work together effectively. Maybe it is that there is a different way for you to think about the situation for it to be more powerful, more effective. So that's an example. It could show up in a lot of different ways. And of course, with Jupiter there in a square to that Mars Pluto opposition, we also have the energy of expansion, which makes everything feel much bigger than perhaps it is. So Jupiter in Taurus is digging its heels in and saying, this is the way it is. I'm not going to change. And Mars is saying, this is who I am. My ego is the most important thing. And Pluto in Aquarius is saying we all need to shift our consciousness to see the deeper truth here and to open the door to new possibilities, new ways of thinking, new solutions, and innovations. So that's kind of the bigger picture of what's going on. And yesterday, I had some great tips for you on how to work with that Leo energy and that energy of self-expression. So you want to put that together with what we're talking about today. How is your self-expression needing to share and shine in the world and offer your gifts in a way that makes a contribution to the world, that facilitates that greater sense of new ideas and innovations, new thinking, new shifts in consciousness that are going to help us step into the future and what it is we're becoming. So how does you sharing your gifts fit into a bigger picture of a shift in consciousness? I guess that's one way to look at it. And then, of course, we are also doing this 29 days of gratitude challenge. And I believe, are on day 7, if I'm counting right. So day 7 means this is your 7th thing that you're grateful for. And don't forget to jot it down. You might focus on something you're grateful for about what you've learned, what the world has offered you, what possibilities the world has, and how you having this ability to be yourself, to be authentic, to share your gifts in the world is itself a kind of freedom, a feeling of liberation, a feeling of ability to move and act in the world according to your own truth. So maybe that's what you're grateful for. Maybe it's something else, but there's something to perhaps help you focus for today. In the gratitude challenge, we are supporting our manifestation process. We are supporting the channels of receiving and how that works with our own ability to activate and get into alignment with our body, mind, spirit, and emotion, and all the dimensions of being that support us in our manifestation process. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to jot down your gratitude for today. And heading into the weekend, I will have a free gift for you that will be a guided meditation to support your manifestation process and celebrate 1-year anniversary of daily YouTube videos for unshakable self-care. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for being here with me, and tell a friend if you're enjoying these. So thanks again, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.